Being 7 o'clock, I'm gonna bring the Dunbarton, Board of Selectmen meeting, to order for December 18th. Two selectmen present. Dana Lavoy is out tonight. We have the town administrator here. Leo Martell will be uploading the minutes to the town website, through Linda Nickerson. Thank you, Leo, for coming back tonight. Good to see you. Mike, we have some old business here.
Right, I'll make a motion to approve the regular minutes of December 4th, 2025.
I'll second your motion as they amended.
I don't believe so, they were well written.
Okay.
A long meeting, she did well.
Motion made and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Here you go, Mike. I'll make a motion to approve the 10:17 PM non-public meeting minutes of December 24th,
I'll second that.
and I'm gonna make a motion that we seal these names because
There's
it's.
nothing in it, no names, no
Oh, you
nothing.
didn't pick the names,
I
okay.
didn't.
Alright, I can take that back for sealing, motion's been made
And seconded.
and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, public comment for anybody that's not on the agenda? Having none, I'll bring it back to town business. We have the library director, Mary Gerard, here to present the proposed budget, along with a trustee,
Karen Lassard.
Karen Lassard, okay. Come right up if you guys want.
Do you take them?
Yep.
You have something to read?
Yep.
I
You
have
do?
one for you.
Okay, good.
Just had that colored sheet and the budget, right? There.
The color sheet, yeah, a little income and expenses.
Okay, the floor is yours if you wanna go through your budget,
Okay,
let us know where your big differences are, and
pretty level services again.
Mary, we changed our mind on that, we're looking for level expenses, we do whatever you want with their services.
We're,
That was just a joke.
many of our lines have remained the same this
Okay.
year, including some big ticket things like our circulation software and our computer contract. But some of our subscription costs definitely have increased due to town population increase and the usage of these services. So we can't get around that. Specifically, one of our really most popular things is the downloadable content that we subscribe to through the New Hampshire State Library. E-books, e-audios, that line item will increase by 8.5% this year, and that really, the formula is totally due to patron usage and increase in town population. But having said that, it's still the best bang for our buck.
Why did you go down rather than stay? I mean, it was, I see 3868.
Yeah, you see, I made a boo-boo last year, I put a little something in the wrong line.
Okay. Should we not match last year's though?
No, cause it was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
we don't
mistake.
need, that's
It's
all we
okay.
need is the 3,000.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
it,
okay.
it was my error.
Okay,
And I never really even caught it until just when we were doing this
Okay.
again. Our health trust cost is up by 15%, which I'm sure you've seen here before.
Is that under payroll?
Yes.
For the first time, which is kind of a sad thing, we will experience a decrease in grant funding from the New Hampshire Humanities Council. And that's due to their loss of funds, from the humanities, the Federal Humanities Council. So we just, we'll have to pay a little bit more for those programs, they're totally worth it. So there's a little increase in that salary, in that program line.
Those programs are the ones you have at the
Some
one
of
time
them,
in the evening.
some of them,
Yeah, those are great
New
programs.
Hampshire Humanities is fabulous,
Yeah, those are very good, a lot of people like going.
yes. They will, something different this year, because of their funding issues. They're going to allow us to hire speakers directly from the Speakers Bureau in addition, which is really great. We'll have to pay the full amount in mileage, but they're so worth it. They're, you know, some of the best speakers in New Hampshire.
The ones I've gone to are very good.
The budget includes the 3% COLA for staff. We will have some lapsed funds this year, and some due to the staffing hole that was filled but not filled anymore. But at this point, we can't tell you how much. We still have another payroll to go. We'll know more, you know, the early part of January.
So this could potentially go down, is that what you're saying?
The budget won't go down, but the amount we need from the town.
From the town will go
Right,
down?
Yeah.
right. So that number in your left hand, no, the sheet on your left, yeah,
Yeah,
that number is our total budget,
that you're asking from the town, yeah.
but it's not offset by any lapsing funds from this year yet. So that
Okay.
number will definitely change.
Okay, got it.
So their lapsing funds don't come back to the town, Lean,
They,
stay
well, they
with
do,
us?
they just
They're
They
not,
reduce what we ask you for next year. So if we have $100,000 of a budget for this year and we have 5,000 of lapsing funds, we're only gonna ask you for 95,000.
they can't hold on to any
So.
funds similar to what the school does.
I know, but they don't have to go into the town's general fund?
Well, technically they do, cause we're only asking you for
They're
95,000.
reducing what they're asking.
I know, but listen, like, so the highway department, if they have $50,000 left over, it goes to our general fund and then their budget next year shows a certain amount.
Their
They're exempt of
expenses
that.
don't go through our system.
Okay,
We
that's
just
what I was trying to get
pay
at,
them the bill, and then whatever they.
and that's all okay with the auditor?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Alright, so you're different than the other departments?
Yep.
Okay,
I have
Yeah.
one question. On your healthcare costs, it went up a little bit. Are you in an 80-20 plan?
I don't know what,
Are you an 80% paid by the town and 20%
yes.
by you?
I believe that's the percentage,
Okay.
we can verify that and let you know.
And just an FYI, just so you'll be aware of it, this year, coming year, we're gonna be looking at FSAs and how maybe the town can contribute to an FSA, potentially. Nothing guaranteed, but we're gonna be looking at that to bring some savings to all people and maybe help to you guys too. So keep that in mind. It would be nice to mirror what we give to the town too.
So the town would contribute
Contribute.
money to that, not
Okay.
just the employee?
Correct, we're looking at that. We don't know all the figures yet, we don't know.
That would be an HSA,
HSA,
yeah.
then,
Yeah,
not an
and-
FSA.
Right, so
Okay.
we're looking at that, and if that can, we're gonna entertain it, okay?
Yeah.
So just be aware of that for next year.
no, overall, a really great year for us. Great participation in programs, events. Noticeably growing by leaps and bounds is our storytime attendance. There are a lot of new families, growing families, a lot of children. Really,
you're gonna scare the taxpayers, so be careful.
no, it's been fun, it's been a lot of fun, but I've actually had to add a second story time to accommodate everybody.
I seen that.
I know.
I just like to say thank you to you, and thank you to the board of trustees for making the library almost the center of the town as far as activities and social activities and educational activities. Thank you.
It's fun.
I think you've done a great job over there.
Yes, we try and,
In that room above, who would ever thought that you would use it as much as you do, like those humanities
Well,
things?
it's wonderful, you know.
The few that I've been able to go to, those are
No.
great, and you can hear well up there.
Yeah, yeah.
We added heat there this year and air conditioning, so. Some of your shows, depending on the size of them, Mary, we talked with Lean about this the other day. If you're having 10 or 20 people up there, instead of the default at 62, if you need to bring it to 64, 65 degrees, you can alter it.
Yes.
Of course, if you're gonna have a big one where there's 60 or 70 people, you wanna be
No,
careful,
there's
cause it'll
no
get
need.
too hot.
We wear, most of the time, I don't know if you've been up there for a program, or any of these, we're wearing our jackets.
I know, but you don't have to, we did
No,
put
I
the
know,
E-system
but-
in there so you can bring it up.
It doesn't have to be 80.
Dave was concerned that we wanna heat the building and then have people go up there and open the windows to have it cool down. It kinda defeats the purpose.
Yes,
So we're looking into that, if it does get turned up for something, it'll reset to a default,
oh, yeah.
so, I bet JR's got looking.
And then,
into it, see.
one of the, we're entertaining the idea of maybe just shutting it down if it's gonna be vacant for like 4 days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Just shut the system right
That's
off.
what we're gonna test for a while. Dana at the joint loss this week, we were both, all three in attendance, we went over it, so
Good.
we're gonna pass the responsibility on to the person who signed up to reserve the spot, have them turn it on.
So it's not on you
turn
or
it off.
Lean or anybody on
Yeah.
turning that up when there's somebody coming in that night,
If I'm
the
not,
person
I'm
that's,
not there sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
but the person responsible, there's always somebody that's responsible that signs up for it. Will have to come in early and turn it up and then turn it back down when they leave.
I think Dave made a comment, it was like, the coldest it ever got up there when it was below 20 degrees was like 50, in the 52, 55 degrees.
55, yeah.
Yeah, so it's,
Well,
Fifty with the
well-
windows open, 55 with the windows closed.
Not
There's a
last
little
week.
thermometer up there, so we can watch it.
Is it sitting on the window shelf?
Pardon me?
Is it sitting on the window
No,
shelf?
no, it is not. It's hanging on a little nail, when you walk in, it's over to the left on the wall.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Well, thank you guys for bringing your budget to us. And thank you for everything you guys do for the town.
at this point, I have no objections to what you presented,
Great.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
There are a lot of good things about that over there.
Yep, Mary's doing a great job.
thank you. Try and keep our programs on Tuesday nights, so not to interfere with the selectmen.
It's okay.
I'm hoping not to worry about that forever. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Have a good one.
Good to see you.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, we have the Recreation Commission to present their 2026 proposed budget.
Yeah, we've got the whole category here,
Okay.
Parks and Rec, Old Home Day, and any other, minimal budget category.
I guess I'll
Okay.
let Brian
Looks like you are the appointed,
Yep.
Ken Kerber's up here to represent Old Home Day.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Another successful Old Home Day this year. My thing I went on to duly note is that we're under budget, and that's because a lot of people support it with their own materials. Most notably, Tom Casano with his British Realty and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So, that plus the money we bring in from vendors.
Mhm.
So it's not something we can count on, and, you know, going forward, to count on people necessarily bringing their own equipment.
Yeah.
I see. So, your comment about level funding, I think would work, so.
Well, I like that, and, like you say, there's a little buffer in there, if somebody doesn't bring something one year, you get a little bit of money in there to cover it, and, again, this is another one of those committees where, the people just absolutely love that Old Home Day, and they love the environment, the kids, and the horse rides.
It's the ice cream.
The ice cream's part of it, but, I've been having a lot of fun over on the craft area,
Yeah,
bringing in new concepts, and then, this last year we did the, Harry Potter brooms, and the kids really loved them, so.
And for your recommendation, electrical outlets are gonna be installed if they're not already.
I think they were scheduled this week, but I don't know if they got
Okay.
in there, so I've got to ask Mary.
We are acting on your recommendation.
Oh, that's good news. I'm glad to hear that. I was gonna ask and I thought, no, I won't.
Yeah, no, they're already been approved and they're being scheduled to install.
Excellent. So, any questions, Glad to
no, I think we're good with that Old Home Day, I think that works out well.
excellent.
And I see that under Parks and Rec, it looks like there was $1,000 increase there to offset the bus trip, 36 passengers. I brought their, ticket price from 45 down to $20 each. So,
By the way, I like the idea, it was co-pay, not necessarily total freebie. Co-pay is reasonable. I thought it was very well done.
yeah, and $1,000 is pretty reasonable, and that whole Parks and Recs is only 3,200.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with that budget either.
Likewise.
Thank you, Ken, appreciate you coming down.
You have a great evening, Ken.
something I believe in, and I'd like to see it keep going.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, next thing on the agenda, we've got the transfer station supervisor. Patrick Woody Baum. Come right up. All right. You have just a few changes in your budget. I see there's not a lot of big changes, but if you wanna go through your highlights, that would be great.
Yeah, so, did the 3% on the wages. I bumped the overtime up a little bit like you asked me to.
Yeah.
Equipment rental's the same, just a placeholder. Training's the same, some contractor services I bumped up, and the reason is I'm having someone come in and pressure wash the buildings, and underneath the compactor, we just don't have time to do it. So I got a quote from a gentleman in town who's done it for us before, and, so that's what that is, he'll do it twice, probably in the spring. You know, once the snow's gone and we're done salt and sand and all the happy stuff, he'll come in, clean the buildings up, and then in the fall, clean them up again, you'll have to get over
Just a quick question, before I forget, did you get new shelves yet?
the shelves.
You know, where you pass in on this stuff?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Isn't that under the estimate that,
Yeah,
Greg Miller
yeah.
gave us? I've
So we
encumbered
encumbered
that,
it, okay.
I've encumbered all that.
Yeah, none of that was, no, I just wanted to get it into you so you
Yep.
could see some of the project for this year. Supplies is the same, cause I'm gonna have to buy banding again, that's gonna be a every year abandoned. Apartment equipment, I left it the same. I got a lot of equipment repairs already right now. The tailgate, lift gate on town truck's broken. Parts have been ordered for 2 weeks now. I don't know if they'll have time to get it in this year or not. The backhoe's gonna need work, the Mac needs work. 2 compactors need work and possibly a third one. So, things are, my stuff's old, you know, 80s and 90s vintage. Yeah, we gotta fix it. Let's keep it running.
It's still cheaper than all new, so.
Yes. And then there's also, depending on what happens with town meeting and the replacement of the skid steer, you know, we're gonna have to put some money into that if it doesn't pass,
We're gonna make it pass.
so.
Oh, just give a quick highlight, I'd asked Woody how he was coming with the, forklift bids, and as a skid steer place had forklifts as well, and, something we hadn't talked about or thought about, and I was hoping Dana would be here for it. Forklifts, especially battery operated ones, he's got a non-heated building, so when you have a cold forklift all night and all day, the batteries have to be special for that forklift, it's quite a bit different price wise. Adds a lot to it,
The,
it's not as simple.
gentleman I talked to, he asked if I was at WD Matthews, and when I talked to him, said they're considering maybe electric forklift. And he said, I said, it's an unheated building, oh, you're gonna need the freezer package, which is like what you'd have at Sam's Club, where they go in that little freezer area.
Yeah,
And he said, even putting these packages on and the batteries on, you're not gonna get the life expectancy out of the
yeah.
batteries.
What's the alternative, would it be gasoline or propane?
Propane is what my
Propane.
company is.
Propane.
Yeah,
And that's probably healthier for being around employees in the
And-
building.
and at this point, the cost of another machine, and it was a budgetary number, was, for that electric forklift was $69,000.
How much
So-
for propane, very nice of propane?
I didn't even talk to him about it,
Okay.
because pretty much the way we are set up down there,
Yeah,
you can't do the stuff with a forklift, there's only one bin we can move with the forklift, with a forklift, everything else is the skid steer quick attach, so it has a plate,
But how
you
about
grab
the
it.
bundles, you could move them, couldn't
Other
you?
than the bundle, other than,
So all the bundles that you stick over
Yeah.
the side could be moved around.
so that's kind of a expensive deal just to
just to move a few things.
Exactly.
Unless we got a regular one for 30,000 or something,
Yeah, if you could, I didn't even ask him about propane,
yeah.
and I asked him about that one, and he kinda gave me a bunch of the
I
numbers and
hadn't even
stuff.
thought about the unheated building, and you know, it just
Yeah.
doesn't mix,
Exactly.
So, that's what he told me.
alright.
Thank you.
So, moving down, department equipment, I left the same, telephones the same, uniforms, big jump.
So we added Pete's and, not Pete's, Jeff's new employee.
Yes, so basically,
That doesn't come out of here though.
Oh, it doesn't?
Pete's and
does it,
Jeff's comes
they
out of.
do come out of
their own.
mine, part of theirs comes out of my budget.
Yep.
Because I pay for, the, okay, let me tell you
What
what it
jackets
is.
and
I
pants?
pay the service charge, and I pay the prep, and I pay the advantage. Jeff pays for his guys' uniforms, but I pay the extra charges, it's always been that way. It's too difficult to try and figure
Break it
out,
down.
okay, Jeff's guys this much and this, so I pay, since we've had uniforms, just lumped it into mine and Jeff pays the rental. So some of the big increases on it, one is that this'll be the first year that transfer has had 5 employees in uniforms. And then highway having 2 guys in uniforms, you're gonna have 196 garments being rented. And there's a fee for that, there's a 48 cents per garment fee.
Okay, well, we're just, so I'm just pretending I'm
Yep,
at the town
yep.
meeting, how many employees would you have normally done the year before?
We've done, pretty much it's been 3.
3, 4 including Pete.
4 included Pete, but like I said, Pete's weekly cost, Jeff
A
pays
little
for.
bit, a little bit less, yeah, okay.
Paid-
No, it's just, I guess you said
Yep.
when asking, mailing, trying to say,
Yep,
what is it?
I have it all broke down
Okay,
here.
great.
The other part of that too is, I told them to bump his shirts up, cause they're not getting them back, the
Yeah,
3 that
if
we
they need to
talked
get an
about.
extra shirt, yeah.
So I bumped up the shirts and I bumped up our jackets, cause we're
Okay.
having problems not getting
Absolutely.
jackets. And then out of that same line comes our boots. It's figured, there's 5 employees, it's figured for 5 pairs of boots. It's actually figured for 7 pairs of boots, cause if we lose an employee, we gotta be able to put
What are
pair
they,
of boots
200
on.
each?
200. That's the number we're allotted, so I have to, they might not spend that, but that's the number that's in there.
Okay.
And
The key word you wanna use, safety boots.
safety shoes, yep. And I figured, cause September is, our contract increase with the uniform company. I have no idea what it is, they have no idea what it is. I use 5% on an increase, which should be a normal increase of 5%, as long as they don't pull what they did this year. And they increased, basically this uniform advantage is basically an insurance policy. Their insurance policy went up, so we went up, and then we got hit again in September with a second increase, which actually made it like 29% increase. But then after complaining to them, they changed some numbers and dropped the actual rentals down, to try and even it out, so the increase wasn't as bad to us.
You're doing a good job there, keep it up.
So the other, going down the line, I left a mobile phone to say, mobile phone's up $52, and that's just going off from what we've been paying. They take the highest one and multiply it 12, cause I have no idea what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Just, that seems to work, so I stick with it. I left the
Fuel's the same?
fuel cost the same a couple times this year. I did have to buy fuel from the town, which is considerably more expensive than buying it from the state. It runs between 75 and $1, and sometimes a little more than $1 a gallon. You know, and when I put 60 gallons in the Mac of diesel, that's $60, it could go towards the next fuel tank, so. A couple times I have had to fuel up here, so I just left it the same.
Where do you go when you fuel up for the? state?
Usually, if I'm going to Bradford, I go into Hopkinton, cause I go to Naughton.
Oh, you go right to the state DOT?
Yeah, right to DOT, yep.
Oh, okay.
There's any DOT fuel station I can go to.
So you go down Concord?
I go up, I go at Hazen Drive the most, cause I'm traveling that route the most. I haven't, this year though, I haven't gone to Goffstown at all, but there is another, station in Goffstown if we needed to go there. Ash lab and testing, we're not burning, so that's just a placeholder. Fees and services, years ago, we lumped it all down to hazardous collection, so that's just a placeholder. MSW went up, our new contract as of January 1 will be $103.50 a ton.
MSW means, what does that mean?
Municipal solid waste, your trash.
Trash, okay.
So basically,
What was it for?
this year it's 95,
So-
Right, as of right now, it's 95, but you're gonna have, under our contract, it goes up $5, but then the state has a fee of $3.50 a ton on top of it. So they say you're gonna get it back, I'll
So
wait
your
to see.
budget sits in,
So I have to budget it, cause they're gonna bill me for it,
Yeah,
so that's why it's,
that's typical,
so we'll get it back, we'll put it back towards the revenue.
No, I think that's gonna be the biggest outlier when you go before the board, I mean, before the town. It goes from 78 to 87, it's because trash costs more to get rid of.
well, that, and this year,
The
I
state's
took-
proposing that fee that's supposed to come back.
I took the number, you know, it's gone up $5 a ton, and we're gonna be, I looked at last year's numbers at this time, and what I have for trash right now, and what I budgeted last year, I think we actually might gonna be just under or just over that number, so I had to bump it up a little bit, I bumped it up to 850 tons. And the big things that can play with it, what people are recycling, the weather. If we have a rainy year, trash numbers go up. If we don't have a lot of precip, trash numbers go down, cause the trash isn't absorbing the water. Construction and demolition debris, it went down, I know it sounds kinda funny, but our budgeted number for last year, under our contract, was supposed to be 150 a ton. They kept, as you know, we talked about the last meeting, they kept it at 130. I left the tonnage the same, so this is your new number at $143.50 a ton. That $3.50 on the end is the state tax once again, which
Okay.
you're supposedly gonna get back, but yet to be determined. Hazardous waste collection, I left the same. NRA dues went up a little bit, that's based on population.
I think it's 1%, I don't know.
We went up a few dollars there. I still have some outstanding bills. Probably gonna be, I'm guessing right now, cause stuff's still coming in. You know, you still gotta pay for your trash until January 1.
Yep.
You know, there's some,
There's some things coming in late.
yeah, I just got some more bills this week.
Yeah, just get them quickly, the
Yep.
bills, or even if the invoices, you got them ahead of
The
time.
one that's gonna be the latest is, and I'm gonna talk to Bo about this. I sent them the bill for Household Hazardous Waste Day.
Yeah.
They gotta bill us back, and it usually takes them a little bit to do it, cause they gotta take the number, what it costs for the day, take what I bill and put it together and make out our percentages, and then send it back to us. That could be anywheres from, I'm gonna guess, cause I don't know, could be anywheres from 6,000 to 10,000, I have no idea.
What was it last year?
I have no idea, I can't remember, it was like 7,000 or 8,000 last
no,
year.
I have to look at a detail.
Okay,
It was fairly up there last year, but that's another one that's,
just out there.
And that's not in this accrual, this actual, is what
Okay.
he's saying.
yeah, it hasn't come. So, cause I just got some of my
Well,
bills.
in your current budget, you still got some flexibility there.
Oh, yeah, and the board's gonna get some stuff back,
Yeah.
you know, some money back, so. I don't know how much, but you will get some back.
Okay, well, I think that's pretty level.
No, I think it was well presented, thank you.
All right, thanks, Woody.
Just one quick thing.
On the warrant articles?
Oh, yeah, warrant articles. What are we,
Well, did you get multiple prices on the skid steer?
I'm still working, I actually gotta meet with a salesman tomorrow. He wants me to try a machine tomorrow. The big number, you're looking, depending on what we go with, you're looking 90s. That's budgetary, that's not bid number, that's budgetary number, and that was without the mower. That was the basic machine. A question
Okay.
that one of the salesmen asked me, looking at different areas, I said, you know, we might try and get a grant, you know, that, the diesel fuel grant. The other option, he said, if you don't get that, he asked if the town thought about lease purchasing, which is another option. You know, where it'd be a small amount each year in the budget. Another question he asked, and I told him I had to go out to bid, but they have a machine coming in. It was leased or owned by another company, and small company, and the person passed away, so the machines are coming back. And there's quite a bit of savings off the top cost of it.
Well, you know more than anyone else if it's gonna be a good deal for us.
Yeah, but the machine has 200 hours on it, which to me isn't a big deal.
Okay.
But he doesn't know if he can hold it, and if it's even gonna work for us, that's why he wants me to go look tomorrow, check it out. But I told him we have to go to bid, the town can't just buy something, you gotta go out to bid, and we can't do anything, we gotta do it
Thing
till
is,
March.
when it's a sole source, it's like a sole source item, it becomes. In other words, no one else can, it's a used vehicle, you have to buy a used vehicle.
Yeah, if it's used like that, we don't have to really, we get the three numbers on the new ones,
Yeah,
but if you could find an almost new used one,
yeah,
and we could save the town $20,000, we'd go that route.
Right now, there's 80,257 as of November in that cap reserve, but he also, we usually put money into it,
Right.
we haven't set that number yet.
No. What did we set last year, 30 in his budget or something?
I thought it was like 10.
Well, we.
I'm usually on the low side.
We duck yours down sometimes to help the others, but I think we're bumping yours back up.
I just wanna go procedurally, how would we, let's say you got a good deal, how could we?
Same way we did like when we were gonna buy the fire engine used.
Right,
We had our warrant article here, but we bought a used one, so we just bought it underneath that same.
yeah, but the thing is that,
But we don't have a warrant article.
but the thing is, do we will, but the thing is, the question is timing, can they hold it 3 months?
I can ask him. But I guess he also looked at our machine today, and he's gonna work up, cause I told him a couple options, I don't know all the things about that grant, so I don't wanna talk about it.
No, because then you may get more money on trading.
And he asked about, he's gonna do a trade evaluation, so, I don't know.
25
Okay.
last year.
Well, work in progress then.
So, yeah, and the other thing was, the question I want to ask you, warrant articles, that was it. My guys, you haven't made a final decision on the 4 hours a month, or did you make a?
No, we've actually bumped it up. If they work 28 hours or more, they're actually gonna get 6 hours.
Alright, we should,
Alright?
I have some concerns about it, we won't, not tonight, but maybe sometime before your final, we should have a discussion. Cause some things have already been brought to my attention, and I can already see some issues coming.
Well, just tell us the gist of them, cause.
So it just was, they wanna know about saving it up,
Yeah,
and being able to take in it all at once.
they can.
They can,
Based upon your approval.
So it's gonna be a problem if they save it up towards the end of the year, November, December, and decide to take it. See what I'm saying there? Another thing is, where part-timers aren't held to sick time, they be out as much as they want, they could technically, I could give them the okay to take the time off, and then call out sick, and still use that time and get two weeks or more time off. I just think we need to put some provisions in here that kinda stop so
It's
something
just
like that.
holidays now, if you're talking.
Right, but if they say, oh, yep, Woody, you gave me, say, Thursday, Saturday off. Come Tuesday, they call out sick.
So you got 13 holidays.
But see what I'm saying? So they
That's a
saved it
total
up,
of 6.
they
Yeah.
saved it up, took 2 days, called out sick the beginning of the week. I don't know, I can't question whether they're sick or not, it's none of my business. You call out sick, now you have a week off, do it again, you got another week off. I don't want the system to be abused. I'm not saying any of them
I'm
will,
not sure how you're abusing it. Now, if they call out sick,
yeah, and you're not really sick,
How many days can they, be out sick and not have a doctor's note?
according to the plan, it says,
Thursday and
according to the plan, that only sticks to the full-timers, the way I read it, cause we have sick time. And I've run into this a couple times, of part-timers calling out, and they were out for a week,
we
4
just
days,
had one out for 4 days, right?
with no doctor's notes. And I get it, I totally understand it, cause sometimes you are sick, I just don't want this to become a spot where, hey, now I can take vacation time, cause I can call out sick, there's no recourse on it, and he approved me for a couple days off, so now I can take a whole week off. See what I'm saying? I don't want that to be an issue,
Well, I don't think it can
cause
be
if one
used-
does it, another's gonna do it.
I don't think it can be used, and the reason why I don't think so is cause it's all subject to the department head's approval.
Right, but what I'm saying is, okay, I approve them for 2 days off,
Yeah,
they want a Thursday off and they want a, Saturday off, or they want a Saturday and Tuesday, so,
If that's where you would have to say, I'm gonna give you one of the 2 days.
but how do you,
But they also have to, I think they're gonna have to follow our process and fill out a form.
yeah, I already told
request
them
in
you have,
advance,
which I have,
so
so they
you
do
can
it
plan
two,
and the schedules.
so I schedule them, say they take a Thursday, Saturday, okay? No problem, it's approved, they brought the paperwork in 2 weeks in advance, no problem, we're good to go. Come back Tuesday morning, I get a phone call that they're supposed to be there the Tuesday, Wednesday, and say, hey, yeah, I'm out sick. So now you're getting a whole week off,
So you call them in when they come back in, say if this happens again, you're gonna be let go.
but how do I know if they weren't sick?
Simple as that.
Yeah, but how do I know if they weren't sick? See what I'm saying, I don't want it to become an
You
issue
will-
where it's getting
Well, right now,
abused.
they could take the whole week off and say they were sick anyway, so you're
Yeah.
not really gaining or losing
Yeah.
anything, so.
I just felt I should bring that up,
I
'cause
think the key word here, we gotta be vigilant as a team of
Right.
leadership here.
Yeah.
And if it's abused, we gotta squash it, and just monitor it at this point.
I just wanted to bring it out and open
The
it.
nice part about it though, is they all just, the amount of hours they worked down there, they all just got another 2 hours vacation.
Yep.
So they're really getting paid 6 hours instead of 4, which was a lot, that's a benefit Dana brought.
As long as they maintain those minimum hours, cause there's 3 tiers.
There's
Yeah,
3
they have
tiers.
been.
Right.
And I think it's 28 hours or over, huh?
Yeah, if they work 28, they're on the max tier.
And all his guys for the last year have pretty much been.
Yeah, it'll flex a little bit here or there, but for the most part, it's,
Than the regular 28-hour
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
It's their regular schedule now.
and one of them, his hours are a little different, cause he works a second job, so sometimes they hold him over. I just didn't want this to get it all set in place and we find out that, hey, wait a minute, it's being abused, and now you have to just go back to card up and look at this all over again, one and done.
Even though they're not all trained 100%, this is the longest we've had this amount of employees.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
reflection on you,
And I will say, without
Those guys
mentioning
are
any
doing a good
names,
job.
one that I didn't think was gonna do really good is probably one of the best balers we ever had, making bales.
Yeah,
I've told him several times. He's a rock star.
one of the younger kids.
One of the younger ones. They're both, everybody's stepping up. They seem to be clicking, they still have issues, but you're gonna have that with anybody. But they all seem to be clicking, they all seem to be boom, 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 so.
I saw one of our previous employees the other day, he was looking pretty good. He was in the office, who was it? It went out for surgery last year.
Oh, John.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, he comes in to see us pretty regular.
Okay. But he's had his positive comments, I think he wishes he could still do it.
Yeah, he's getting,
He's getting,
that one done.
So,
I
the
can
next meeting's the January,
Dave, I'm good.
is it 9th? Is that what we decided it was? I don't have my phone with me. What's the-
Ninth is,
It's a
I can tell
Thursday.
you.
I just wanna know if you'll be able to get those numbers for the warrant article by then.
I can
Cause
do
I'll
that.
have everything else in the budget,
Yeah.
I'll just be focusing on the warrants at that
It's
point.
just a budgetary number. I contacted a company about, a couple of them about more, I just haven't heard anything back. They were looking for particulars, and I told them I can't give you particulars, cause we don't have the machine yet, so.
So who's the company you're talking to right now?
I'm talking to a lot of them. I've been to Bobcat, I've been to,
Chapel?
not Chapel yet, they're on my list. There's 2 more I haven't been to, Chapel and JCB. I've been to Beauregard's, I've been to SR1, I've been to WD Matthews,
And then who's the big Kubota dealer off exit 20 there?
oh, MB, I haven't talked to them yet either. So there's probably 4 more I can contact.
again, for the warrant, he doesn't need specific quotes, he needs to get a ballpark, what would the top end be, because the warrant will be approved up to a certain amount.
Yeah, but there's a few he's calling there, like JCB's are typically quite a bit less
Okay.
than Cat. So
I haven't even talked to Cat either. John Deere was another one I went
But
to.
your thing is, don't lose sight of all the accessories you need, like the mower.
Yeah, pretty much it's just the mower.
Yeah.
Be the,
you have all the others, or they're all
and
good?
depending on what happens with this machine, if it ends up being where you have to destroy it, we just keep all our implements anyways. And I
Yeah,
think
he
that's
has all
kinda-
nice new implements pretty much down there.
Just make sure they're interchangeable.
Yeah, everything will have the skid steer plate on it. That's what I've requested. And most everything today
Interchangeable.
will come, if it doesn't have it, you can get it with that plate, 'cause it's pretty
So
universal.
one thing, go if you can to them, but another thing is, once you understand that you're buying an 80 or 70 or
Yeah.
90 horse machine with, you know, solid tires or whatever
Yeah.
your specs are, take that spec, call them up, ask for their sales, the leader there, the head sales guy,
Manager, yeah,
the sales manager. And email that out, in fact, Lean could even do a town form. Email that out to those three looking to put a town warrant together for a purchase in, the end of March, let's say. And, send that out to 8 of them or 10, and see what you get for numbers back. And give them just a week or so to get the numbers back, and that way you can set your warrant off of that, okay?
Right.
So go see the ones you can.
yeah,
But if you don't have time to see all 8,
Don't worry about it.
just send a fax out to them and get a number. Once you learn, okay, when I'm at the dealer,
Yeah.
70 horse or 80 horse will do for the town, solid tires, skid steer attached front end.
So you're basically quoting apples to apples and not getting.
Yeah, we're just having different brands,
yeah, yeah,
okay? So try and do that, and that'll help you speed it up.
Yeah.
If you need help with that, or myself and Lean, we can do a quick email for you.
yeah. Yeah, I gotta get in and see the JCB, cause I have a machine that's gonna be pretty, I'm trying to get away from the skid steer deal. Just the bouncing, and everybody tells me the new ones are a lot better, but they still bounce, and it's really hard on your back. So I'm still looking at them because they're kinda on the little lower end. But I also looked at, it's not really a telehandler, but it's a small version of one. It doesn't skid, it turns at crab walk, all 4 wheels turn on it. And then I've been looking at machines that articulate in the middle, so. Those are kind of the 3 wheel I've been looking at, and some of the companies don't have a small machine. Cause once again, I have a space issue. I only have so much room in there. I can't put a big machine like one of them, the companies has a nice skid steer, thing's beautiful. And it's in a reasonable price range, but it's so big, I couldn't get it in the building, you know, to maneuver. And that's the other thing we have to be able to do is maneuver, so.
Okay.
Based on what you said earlier, the thing is the forklift may not be a good solution then.
The other problem's gonna be, I don't have a lot of space to store stuff. Like right now,
Yeah.
I'm sitting on 100,000 pounds of material, and that building is closing in.
Well, it's,
So
obviously,
you get a couple machines, you got no place to park
the
them.
priority is the skid steer then.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
I
cause
just wanna
you
make
don't
sure-
have, I don't have the place to park everything, you know what I mean? I don't have another place to stick them.
I just wanna get my head around
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
so I know what to be an advocate
Yeah.
for you for.
Yeah, I would think for now, one machine, there are opportunities, I could talk to one of the guys at the state, sometimes we can get stuff through the federal government. I know a place, they just picked up a propane forklift, they had to go get it.
Okay,
And for this one, I think they ended up going to Massachusetts to pick it up, but the thing's like brand new. So there are those opportunities, whether we can get in one or not is another story. I'll talk to the guy, I'm gonna see him
Okay.
tomorrow, so.
but let's work on that, I agree with Dave.
But get
The
one
skid,
in,
skid steer,
get one in the
let's
door
prioritize that.
and figure it out after
Yeah.
that.
I'm with you, okay,
Okay,
thank you.
alright,
Let us know if you need help.
okay.
Alright, thanks, Woody.
Yep.
Revise encumbrances.
Yeah, you have a packet there, Dave, I ran the
Okay.
report, I kind of highlighted the new items I added right on the front.
Okay.
So those were the changes, the departments had invoices or, contract invoices that hadn't gotten into my office yet. But they'd already spoken about it, so increased the encumbrances by about $4,000, I think,
5681.
56, okay, $5,000.
Okay. I'll give this package to Mike so he can initial as well. Thanks for keeping that updated, Lane, it'll help us when it gets to our budgets.
Yep.
Now mailbox items. I've got a request here from the town clerk to reimbursements without receipts.
she has that memo that outlines all of her expenses on that. She had 2 items there that she didn't have receipts, rather than hold up her refund. I took those out and I said I would discuss it with the board. I think technically there's some mileage that was added to that to support the non-receipt reimbursement request. I didn't think that far ahead, but she is getting the majority of that refunded in a check, which will be written tomorrow, which you guys just signed and approved. But there's also around $44 worth of meal receipts that she hasn't given a receipt for, and I've never had that, whereas the auditors is always looking for the support of any kind of refund.
I would rather not have a type of policy like this brought to us without asking in advance either. So just a quick read of this. Before leaving the NHCTCA conference in Brentwoods, I looked for travel expense reimbursement policy. Finding no written policy nor mention of such in the personnel manual under reimbursed expenses, I assumed it was reasonable to use a standard meal allowance method. So first we're looking at travel expenses, and it turned over to meal allowance method. Using the standard meal allowance is similar to using a standard mileage rate as opposed to the actual car expense method. Talk about mixing a bunch of stuff together. Per the current edition of IRS publication 463, travel, gift, and car expenses, generally you can use the standard meal allowance method as an alternative to the actual cost method. It allows you to use a set amount for your daily meals and incidental expenses. Instead of keeping records of your actual costs, the set amount varies depending on where and when you travel. How can you use the standard meal allowance? You can use the standard meal allowance whether you are an employee or self-employed, whether you're not reimbursed for your travel expenses.
She's an elected official.
And this is talking about more or less using, let me just finish, I guess, I'll finish the letter before I make it. As concerned is expressed to the auditors, it would not approve the standard meal allowance method. I'm providing this signed statement to satisfy the auditors. I would, however, like clarification from them as to whether or not the standard meal allowance is acceptable in the future. I attest to the combined cost of my dinner's food, tax, and tips on Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, and on Tuesday, October 30th, 2025, totaled more than $44, which I submitted in the expense invoice. This was for food only, which I ate while there. Part of the reason I chose the standard meal allowance was to save the town money. This was my modest operandi throughout the trip, as I noted it was my expense, noted in my expense invoice. I neither engaged a bellhop nor used valet parking, nor did I use paid parking that was nearest to the hotel. Instead, I walked a great distance from my car, or occasionally used the shuttle if it was available. I traveled to the closest community that had less expensive dining options, and the cost of those meals plus the mileage was significantly less than the cost of eating at the hotel. Additionally, my actual allowable expenditures were more than was submitted. Finally, I did not charge the town for the cost of breakfast on Wednesday, October 29th, even though this meal was not included with the cost of the conference registration. Jennifer Collier. So there's a lot of stuff mixed in there.
So the next page shows an outline of what it is that she's billing the town.
Myself, we did pay out for mileage, Lean did, and what I'd like to do is, defer this till Dana gets back and we have a full board to discuss the costs. I've never really done this before that I know of.
In the 22 years that I've been here, anyone that has requested a reimbursement gives me a receipt. and then there's no questions.
Can you answer me this, during normal conference years, do we pay for their meals?
I've never gotten anything from Linda, she
I
includes
don't remember
and gets
either.
everything under the, services that are offered there.
The registration fees.
Yeah, that's that's on the next page, what's included with the, registration.
At Bretton Woods, they did have a $68 a day meal deal per diem that falls under their program. I think I'd like to just wait till Dan gets back on the full board here to discuss if we're gonna pay for the meals each year they go.
Well, if that's the case, then she needs to, the budget that was allocated for this conference has exceeded what was earmarked for that, and that was based on prior year histories with how Linda gave us a detail of what it is that she would need for
I
that.
would have liked to have been asked before they went to the conference, how they wanted us to handle this, but instead of after the fact.
Right, no, I applaud the fact that she's trying to save us some dollars, but the thing is, if you wanna save some dollars, give me the receipts. I mean, it doesn't take much to save a receipt, you go out to dinner somewhere, just give me a receipt for
If
it.
it's a debit, she could do a snippet of the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we pay for the hotel, 3 nights, yeah?
We did, yeah,
And
and
do
this
we
was
always?
actually one of the, yeah,
Yes,
but this one here is not the normal, they usually go do the red something, and it burned down. So this is an Omni at Mount Washington,
Oh, boy.
so they give a special deal for the conference, so it's a lot less, it's usually $700 a night, but the whole 4-night package was $489, is that what?
The hotel was $431 or total.
$431,
Total expenses is
For-
$701.84.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then they come back on Friday, so 2 nights, I guess.
They got the tips of May 10, tip the May 10.
I have no problem with the amount, I think we should develop an ad hoc policy as we go
Well, we
forward.
have a lot of people that use their own vehicle to do the job that they've been hired for.
Right,
What was the deposit transfer that was owed? So it's already a deposit, so the hotel is $641, $647,
We had paid
a deposit
deposit.
already.
initially, so it was 600 and something,
So the room was $199 a night for 3 nights, plus
Wednesday,
taxes.
Thursday, I guess Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It looks like it. 28th, 29th, and 30th.
I'd like to read that afterwards, just let's table it for now.
So as I said, I didn't hold up the complete reimbursement, cause she got to the point of, registering, and they would only take an actual card, so she had to use her personal, credit card, to reserve the remainder that was due at the time of the event.
Okay, so I'll leave this in the box, Mike, and table it, and, can you do me a favor, can you send that out to the 3 selectmen?
I can, yep,
Thank you.
That way we can review it before our next meeting and have that. Next thing, we get an email from the library director. Noticeable scent of dead mice in new edition. Confirmed by the Dunbarton fuel, may be entering along the exterior pipe from the air compressor. Siding cut is larger than pipes and not plugged off.
Handyman.
Yes, they sell foam sealant with the, insect, not insect, but rodent repellent built into it.
You wanna give them a call for that?
And the noticeable scent, I love it.
The noticeable scent is gonna stay there while we're paying a company.
No. A notice was sent.
Oh,
Oh, that's my error, I'm just,
Gotta have some
I
fun.
get tired sometimes.
Okay, so noted.
I thought it was scent. I thought that's how she meant it. That's a good one. Alright,
Did I say notable?
noticeable scent.
Well, that's what Mary wrote in her email.
She's wrong then. Scent is, you use the wrong word. The word scent.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right, it is wrong.
Yeah, it was an overdue book notice.
The librarian, oh my goodness.
Alright, so anyway, what we are paying for those services, the blocks that we put out, or they put out,
Yep,
are made so the animal eats them and goes off and
dies,
dies.
yeah,
Sometimes they die within a building and it'll take a week or two before that decomposes and the scent goes away.
yeah. But this has been going on for a couple weeks and it's in the new edition, not in the
But
library.
remember, they go in the fall, and that's when you
Oh, yeah.
typically get them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And so it's not gonna go away while we're killing them.
right, right.
No, but I think that handyman can seal, do a better job sealing would be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ceiling's, definite, but, Woody's getting the same but different scent of bigger animals down here.
For the public, Woody actually had rats noticed in his,
If we stop giving them the green feed blocks, they won't be dying in buildings. Alright.
Mike has a copy of this.
Review proposed step 6 wage scale for handyman and carpenter. Okay,
That is what you asked me to do, right?
did
For
you
both
talk with them?
positions? No, because I needed to develop this first before I could go forward.
Alright,
So,
handyman and carpenter.
in other words,
How did you get the carpenter rates, is that's what I was wondering.
I recall, and I
Average
had a note
previous.
at our workshop that we thought it would be a higher rate
Yep.
as a carpenter, and I started at step 6 at 35 and worked my way back.
Okay, and,
And you said 28 for step 6, the formulas actually calculated 2801, which,
step 1, step 2, step 3. I hate how you put the, 2s and 4s after your steps.
2s and 4s.
2,
Oh.
4, 6, 8, 10.
Well, it's a Roman numeral, that's all, some people look at it and they don't know what a 2 line is, or a 3 line.
I know, but when you
Four.
say somebody's at step 3 and they see a 4 after, it gets
Oh,
confusing.
no, it's the 4th anniversary, do you want
I
me to-
understand that.
Okay, so you want me to put it in a separate line, I think is what you're saying.
I think it would be easier, cause I know that's how they're getting messed up when they look at your other ones now.
absolutely, yeah, I agree with Dave. I think if you
Okay.
put another line underneath it to say,
Year.
it's
Okay.
not, we understand it, but someone could look at that and
So
interpret it
remove the
wrong.
numbers then.
Yeah,
Either remove them or put the, years of service underneath like a separate line like you just said.
Okay,
Only because people are looking like, sometimes we put people at step 3 and they say, no, I'm at step 4, you know,
Right.
they get confusion
yeah,
going on.
it's year 4, and you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, I'm in agreement with how you did the numbers, we did them just like we asked,
Yeah,
and I think that, Greg should be at least at step 3, right in the middle of that.
so in other
range.
words, whatever job he's on will be paid at the appropriate level. If he's doing carpentry work, vice, general work.
Do you think step 3 is a good one for him? It's right in the middle of what he was asking
I'd say that'd be a
for.
good start point, that way he has growth.
Yeah,
okay, so I have not approached him as to if he's interested in doing the carpentry work, but we would have to identify, like if he was repairing the columns on the front of the building, that would
That's
be carpentry
carpentry,
work. And versus,
Yeah,
you
So
know,
repairs, I
The
think,
other
transfer
stuff
station,
is-
shelves or,
in the handymans are light bulbs, doing the
Yeah.
snow blowing,
yeah,
oiling a doorknob, you know,
Yeah,
all that's
replacing
handyman.
spraying a little foamer on seal, on holes in the building.
Carpentry should be all the construction work, like the stuff down at Woody's office and stuff will be carpentry.
that would be carpentry rather than
Yeah,
the
Shelf,
job.
shelf installation would be carpentry too.
yeah.
Try and give you some examples, so,
So,
so
the
the next,
consensus right now, till you talk with him, is, we'll start him at step 3, which is right in the middle of the range he asked
Yeah,
for.
yeah. So if he's not interested in the carpentry work for that quote that I just encumbered for the job.
Yep.
That he just gave us a quote for the job, a certain dollar amount.
We already agreed upon a board on the rates he gave us to that one, so
Yeah.
we'll just let that go,
Okay,
alright?
Mhm.
At the rate he already gave us.
and that's a little bit more of, than just
Yeah.
repairing some trim that fell off or, you know.
But he gave us a bid on that, we accepted that bid at the rate he
Yeah, we
gave
don't
us,
wanna,
so
it's like.
whatever hours he had in there for a dollar amount.
So going forward, in the event we needed some carpentry work to
Yeah.
fix things, reinstall a door, rehang a door, or something like
Right.
that,
And
that's,
we're talking about stuff that we can hire him at and not go out to bid.
yeah,
And remind him that we're paying the federal taxes for him.
Yeah.
And all that that's a lot of money that he doesn't have to worry about.
do you wanna make a motion to hire him at that step?
I'll make a motion to hire him at either step 4,
No,
No,
step
Step
3,
three.
step 3 handyman, or step 3 carpenter, depending upon the nature of work to be accomplished
and this, is for Greg Miller,
for Greg Miller.
and he has an application in our office, and,
it's right there in your packet.
And he's got a history of already working for the town.
okay, motion been made, I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
So the issues, I will get back to.
motion to,
And so, future quotes will be basically, materials. If it's for carpentry work, or repair work, materials.
after he's done those ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right, he would have to shop for the materials, let us know what that's gonna cost,
Right.
and then his average, what he anticipates the hours to do
Right.
the work.
Okay, bring it back to public comment,
I saw the new truck today, I think it was,
yeah,
the DPW truck.
we did hire an employee in case you didn't get that,
Yeah, you hired
Truck.
someone, yeah. I saw Pete was driving it today,
okay,
looked like he should've had a cigar in his mouth. It's a beautiful truck.
yeah,
We hired a Dunbarton resident,
Right, Right.
came over from Bow, and, he should be a good fit for the
Good.
highway department.
Jeff will be happy to see that.
Jeff was,
Pete will too.
Jeff was very happy.
Yeah, Pete will be happy too, yeah.
Well, it's another plow driver.
I'll be bringing it back to town administrator, you have anything else for us?
No, I am so straight out, I don't even
Okay.
think about it.
Mike, you have anything for us?
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mike.
Oh, can
Um,
I just remind you while we're here, next Wednesday we close at noon, we're closed on Thursday, so AP and payroll will need to be signed by Tuesday,
PM.
and there's just the two of you here. Tuesday sooner than later,
Transfer station hours,
there's special hours, they're posted here, outside, and,
Yeah,
closing at 4 both
Yep.
days.
yeah.
yes,
all over.
they have day hours for those 2 days, yeah, Tuesday and
Um,
Wednesday.
Which was, I think, worked out very well.
I got a call, about meeting minutes.
They're
when we-
up there,
When we post them?
Yeah.
How many hours do we have to post them, do you know?
it's 7 work days, so.
Is it like 48 hours or
Well,
what is it?
see, the board only, you have to have them, the law reads you have to have them available upon request.
So okay,
So I would have to post them as draft, even if you guys didn't get a chance to look at them and approve them.
as long as she
and
has
let-
them done in time, right?
Correct, and I've been on her to make sure that I get them on that Thursday. These 2 workshops that we just had, they were extraordinarily long.
Yeah.
I mean, and that one that you just approved, the 4th, that was we adjourned at 10:17 that night.
Do you, cause we're not posting them as drafts now, right? We wait till we
No,
approve them.
wait till they're.
But if someone wanted to
But
make
if somebody
it by
came in
request,
or put in a request, I would have to provide them a draft, I can give them the audio,
Okay, let's get that and make sure we're doing it on time.
why is the audio available to the public? I mean, that's,
they've been helpful, there was one time my recorder wasn't on, and
Yeah.
she used the audio. It
No,
was
how
only a
about
couple
this?
days.
I used it last time.
okay.
Right, but my point is that one time I must not have pressed it correctly, didn't record, or wasn't on the flash drive I gave to her, it was here.
Yeah.
But she was able, with 2 days it got uploaded, so she used the audio, the YouTube video. So there's a combination.
So there's an audio instead of the, when you didn't have the,
I
camera.
got, when I wasn't here, we got it from Lean.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah,
I didn't realize you
Very
guys could do that,
Yeah.
that's good.
yeah.
So we
tried to
posted
make
that,
it
so they still
available.
had something, you know?
So technically, we're meeting the law if we're providing a video, and then upon request,
Well, remember, the video has nothing to do with the town. That's a private citizen doing that.
Right.
correct, but
this is something,
That's definitely.
yeah.
Right, but they'd have to come in with a sealed flash drive, so that we can upload it, because it's,
Understood.
No,
I
I just
can't
wanna
transfer it
read the
through email.
rules, if it only needs to be available up there, and I'll be fine with that. But if it needs to be unloaded, cause we're meeting every other week now, so we
Yeah.
didn't have that as an issue.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure that we're meeting our timelines,
Yes.
meeting every other week.
yeah.
Okay, so that's all I care about.
Yeah.
And if it states in there that it only has to be available up there, I'm fine with that too,
Right,
cause, I just wanna, when we started meeting all year long, every other, I never really put those two together with our meeting minutes. Cause we approve them every other meeting,
right,
and sometimes if we don't have them, we push them off 1 week.
exactly.
Yeah, because I believe the law, the fact that we put them on an internet for people to read, if they're in the office here for them to come to the book or the binder with
Yeah.
the draft, then we've met the requirements.
Yeah, and I think it does
And that-
say that,
But-
in there. I just wanna
By
re-verify
putting them on
it.
the web, it goes above and beyond the
Yes,
state
that's correct.
requirement.
Yeah,
You know,
We're meeting every other week
I
now.
think also that because the video is on the town website, that might cover that also, because
Yeah.
it is on the town website.
Yeah.
And you're allowing it on the town website.
True.
yeah. It's just like, I get nervous with the town report, not making it to the residents within, 5 business days before town meeting. And the, attorney confirmed this, and he said that we have to have, if we post the town report on the town website, we've met our criteria. We don't even have to mail them. But we've taken several votes after town meeting to see if anyone wanted to stop mailing them, and everyone wants them.
I like it, I
Yeah.
like being able to read it before you come in, and
Yeah,
it helps so you can be,
Everybody in the audience has them, and they're all making their notes in that book too, so,
oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you have something to follow the meeting with too,
Yeah.
you know?
One more thing for the video,
sure.
energy, Dunbarton Energy Group, we have the
Mike, we
letters.
were past you already.
Too bad, this is important. The letters were delayed due to the postal system for some reason. They made it to the majority of the residents this past week. It's an opt-out system. Everyone's enrolled, and if you don't want it, you can opt out. If you wanna lose a smidgen of money, you opt out. The thing is, if you opt out or change how green you wanna be with the electricity delivered to your home, just make sure you can go online and do it, change the type of option. When you go online, please have your electric bill in front of you, because you need the account numbers, and you need a little 5-digit code they have on your electric bill. It's like a PIN number, a PIN code, and you need that to facilitate any change you're gonna make on the website. The website is navigable, and it's relatively easy. I have not got my feedback that it's been accepted, but so far, so good. But the thing is, it does say, based upon the proposed rates by Unitil and Eversource, it is a smidgen of savings.
Yeah, right.
And so I'd say, if you don't wanna do anything, leave it the way it is, and just go with the flow until, rates change again, but you will save a few cents, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, that being said, I'll make a motion to adjourn at, 8:08.